to send. There we go. I'm so sorry for this one more time. So let's get started. I am Natalie, the community manager here at Uteach and your host for today. The topic of our webinar this time is idea validation for your next online course. So the next time you come up with a really great, innovative business online course idea, you know what your next step is going to be. So let's start off by talking about our agenda for today. So first and foremost, we're going to be defining idea validation. And this does not mean we're going to be reciting standard definitions from a textbook. This is going to be an in-depth analysis of the whole concept, and we're going to be looking at idea validation from every angle. Then we're going to be putting our newly gained knowledge into practice by learning about different techniques and methods for consistently generating valid ideas. And finally, we are going to be defining some validation goals and objectives for you in the future. Okay? Let's move forward. So, what is idea validation? Generally speaking, idea validation is the process of defining whether your product/service is in demand within your target market. So if we were to apply this definition to online courses, it would sound a little bit something like this. Idea validation is the process of defining if your online course is in demand within your target market, okay? So definitions aside, there are two main points that idea validation kind of revolves around, okay? The first one is there a demand for your solution in your market? And are you up to date with your consumers' needs? So what this means is, are you truly aware of your consumers, and do you truly know them well enough to know that your online course fits in or with their demand? Aligns with their demand, aligns with their wants and needs. As you can see from these two pivotal questions, idea validation encompasses and assumes a strong bond between your consumers and your product. So if you have a clear understanding of your consumers' needs, then you can be more sure of your validity of your idea. So before moving forward, I want you guys to kind of I want us to have kind of a brainstorming exercise where I want to know what methods do you use to get to know your consumers better. This can be anywhere from coaching to one-on-one activities to providing a tailored content to your audience. Anything you can think of, what methods do you use to get to know your customers and your audience better? So you can let me know in chat, or you can just kind of think about it yourselves. I'm not forcing you into engaging, but if you wish to, I'm completely open. So just let me know and we can have a little talk about it. And if you don't, it's completely fine. I completely out of nowhere sprung this question onto you. But if you have any thoughts or any methods that you currently use, you can definitely let me know. And if nothing comes to mind right now, that's fine also, because I sprung this question onto you out of nowhere. So sorry for that. But if we were to move forward, our talk will also encompass all the three ways that you can, all the three techniques that you can use to leverage your audience. So I call these the 3Ds. So you're going to have to develop student personas, data analysis and insights, and deep dive into social media. So these are the three methods that I like to use, okay? We'll be going one by one through these methods. So the first one is developing student personas. So this is a really tried and true method. A lot of businesses use these methods, and there's a clear reason why. So what you're going to want to do is assume you know your ideal target customer. So this process takes a fictional form most of the time. It's because it's usually one person. And you can give them different characteristics such as a name, hobbies, like their education level, their family situation, salary, their goals. And you can even go beyond their history and give them a name and stuff to make this easier for you. But the whole point is to visualize your ideal customer and really hear them. So, and if you can like actually go through this process successfully, you'll be able to answer the following 3 questions. They are the most important in my opinion, but if for obviously for different online courses, there are different questions that you want to ask and have the answers to. So the first one is, what is your audience saying? Okay. Why is this important and what do I mean by this? So if you really want to know what your audience is saying, this means I think it's better explained through an example. Assume you have an online forum where all your students interact with each other, per se. As your students are interacting, they're talking about what they like about your online course, what they are into, their likes, their dislikes, what they want to see in the future. And I want you guys, I know you already pay attention to feedback, but I really want you to pay attention to the wording your consumers, so in our case, your students, are using to describe what they want to see in the future. This will help you in the future for like marketing or copywriting methods. So whenever you come up with a new online course, you know the words to use to market it right. Basically, obviously these words have to connect with what you're giving, but the thing is you're going to be using the words that your audience has already used, so they're already drawn to them. The second question you want to answer is, what goals does your target audience have? And this is interlinked with where is your target audience in their journey? So obviously, your audience is on a journey and they have different goals throughout their journey. If you recognize those goals and if you recognize the length of the journey, it'll be easier for you to understand when can I come into their journey and when will my presence in their journey help them most? When will I be able to help them achieve a goal and how can I do that? Okay. So the second method of kind of understanding your consumer is through collecting and analyzing data. So data analysis and insights. There are 2 ways to go about them. The first one is through digital product marketplaces. This is a form of competitor research that I'm really fond of. You know your competitors better than I do. So I want you to use this method of comparing and contrasting you with your competitors. So say you have an online course and you know your competitors have an online course that is very alike. You research that online course. Say you have doubts about your outline. You check the outline of your competitors and you can definitely compare and contrast. You can see the differences, what they have, what you don't, what you offer more and what they offer. Then you can kind of map out what you should add into your course description and your course outline and what you want to talk about. Another way to do this kind of comparing and contrasting between you and your competitors is through reviews. You can definitely look into the reviews of your competitors, and if, for example, you're looking at the negative ones. If you're looking into the negative reviews, you can see what other customers don't like about an online course. And you can kind of find a solution to that for yourself, basically. And that already gives you an edge. You can also look at the positive reviews, see what your competitors are doing right, and try to encompass that into your strategy as well. The second method to do data analysis or online research is through Google. And I don't think people talk about this a lot, but search engine Googling is really easy. And I'm gonna show you this right now. Okay, so say you have, I really hope you're seeing my page. I hope you're, for example, if you type in, how does yoga, right? Say you're doing a course on yoga. You already see, this is the fill in the blanks method, by the way. You can already see all the different questions people ask about it. For example, how does yoga help with stress? Or how does yoga help with mental illness? So these are the most asked questions about yoga, and you can definitely, like if you're doing a course on yoga, obviously, you can definitely encompass all these questions into your course, and you can take them into account. Sorry for my English. And another method is website actually is my favorite, answersocrates.com. This gives a more in-depth analysis of the main questions that people ask about a certain topic. So let's switch it up a little. Say your online course is about ballet. So you type in ballet in your topic. You can definitely filter out your country, language. This is a really good website, by the way. And as you search it, you I'm sorry, wow, that's my internet. Okay, let's try something. I think this is like an internet like thing. Wow, okay, let me just do this one more time. This website usually works. So you write in ballet, that's your topic, and it's gonna load up basically it's supposed to load up some queries and questions about the topic. Okay, so those are two great methods that you can use to Google. There are definitely better sites out there and that you can use in the future. Our third way to get to know your customers better is through online forums and Facebook communities and pages. These I already kind of touched on this topic when we were talking about getting to know your customer personas. But I just want to touch on it one more time because this is really important. And if you were ever doubting the power of these forums, there are many numbers that back my claim. So if you do not yet have an interactive forum where your students talk to each other and that you monitor and that you read their comments, this can be on various social media sites like Facebook and Reddit. And if we were going to take this one step further, it doesn't even have to be your own forum. You can definitely research other Facebook and Reddit forums that typically encompass the same topic that your online course is about, and you can see other students talking about it, talking about the topic, talking about what they want to see, what their future plans are on, and what they want to learn. So actually looking into conversations that like-minded people are having about a topic that you are passionate about gives you a lot of knowledge on what to do next for your online course. Okay, so those were the three methods that have many sub-methods on how to do a data analysis, on how to get to know your customers better. So we talked about digital product marketplaces, online forums, and social media. We also talked about personas, customer personas, buyer personas, etc. After knowing this, I hope you have a better understanding on different methods that you would like to use to get to know your customers better. Okay, and I want you guys to let me know those methods so we can talk about them. You can pick out your favorites, and even if you don't want to share your thoughts right now, I would really like you to kind of think about what you're going to be using in the future and what really resonates with your type of customer research. Okay. And moving forward, this is the last point. We're going to be defining validation goals that you're going to want to keep up in the future. So first of all, this is kind of like a cheat sheet for every time you have a new kind of problem, a new like idea. So this is what you want to ask and cross out so that you know that your idea is valid. So the first one is problem validation. Is the new course you aim to explore sought after and in demand? So this is the first question. Second, solution validation. And the question you want to ask is, will you format and outline, address field questions and gray areas? Third one is feature validation. Will the elements of your LMS learning management system optimize student engagement and experience? Then we have business model validation. So the question you're going to ask is your chosen business model for your online course sustainable, and will it last in the long run? And finally, we have price validation. So is there enough demand to make your online course work with the price you've set? Obviously, the answers of these questions are really hard to come upon, and you're going to have to do a lot of research, but these are the top 5 questions you want to have the answers to and want to check off your list before you take your idea to the next level, to the future steps. Also, another thing I want to note about idea validation is that it is very important to continually do this process. It's not a one-time thing. Getting to know your customers is not a one-time thing, obviously, and you don't have to wait for your customer number or students numbers to change dramatically to resume this process. Because your customers' ideas change through time, your existing customers change because we're all people, we all have different likes and dislikes, and through time everything can change. So I want to note that. And that is about, we're edging towards the end of our webinar. That was all I have for today. I want to just see if you guys have any questions, and if you want to talk about anything. It can be anything from like online courses or idea validation. I'm open to hearing you all, and so just let me know because we're edging towards the end. And it was really nice to have you all here for my first webinar. I was a little nervous, and I'm so sorry for that. But thank you for being here, for listening to me, and I really hope this helped. This little discussion of ours made you change something, and you understood how important customer research was, basically. Okay. Thank you so much for having me. Goodbye.